Hello everyone, Alistair Gold here. As Old Trafford performances go for Spurs, that wasn't too shabby. Yeah, it could have been better in some aspects, but it could have been a lot worse. And especially with the circumstances that went on this week, yeah, do you know what? I think we'll take that. I know there's some people quite rightly should say, well, it should have been 3 points with some of the beautiful play that Spurs were coming out with. But then I guess it could have gone the other way with McTominay's late header that went over the bar. On the whole, just about fair. Probably, I'd say maybe Spurs edged it for me in terms of being the team that I thought second half were going to go on and win it. But like I say, that late chance maybe tips it back to being a fair result. And let's be honest, Old Trafford is not a happy hunting ground for Spurs. I know there was the 6-1, which obviously was a terrific result, but kind of as I've got some stats to come, wins are hard to come by. In terms of Werner, all eyes were on him, it's fair to say. I was sat where I was in the press box with a lot of people that cover Man United, and I think almost like the knives were out a little bit for him. They just remembered him, as many will, as the player that wasn't the biggest success in the world at Chelsea, and they were just kind of waiting to see that unfold once again. Despite the fact that, as I said before, a goal involvement in almost every other game for Chelsea, and pretty key in them winning the Champions League, which is no mean feat. But yeah, it was... personally, I felt it was quite difficult to judge him on this first game. Bear in mind, like I said, he hasn't played a minute of football since November the 4th, 2 training sessions. He was so new to the team that even at the start of the game, when, they do this... the huddle in front of the away fans. They do it every away game. They do it at home games as well, but in the away games, they deliberately go over to the travelling support and do the huddle in front of them. And he was off. He was on his own, like on the left, like, where's everyone gone? And I had to call him over and say, no, this is what we do here. It was quite a funny little moment right at the start of the game. And look, he did look rusty in moments. There was a wild shot over the bar in the first half. And then that one where I said Skippy put him through with that lovely ball, hit that wide. Yeah, the United covering journalists around me were a bit like it's a bit like Nelson from The Simpsons. It was like, ha ha, like, that's what you've bought. You've got him again. Back in the Premier League. And yeah, I did feel for him because he was being judged very much as a rusty player, with very low fitness levels, you would have thought after that amount of time. Although I think it did last about 70 minutes or so. I should have the number here somewhere. I'll find it in a minute. But I felt that, yes, he had those little moments. Of course, you look at his career, he is a finisher. You look at his goal record in the last 7 years or so, and he scored so many goals. So he is a finisher. And I thought the most positive thing I took away from the game was the fact that I just felt he fitted the system. I think you could see how he's going to flourish in the system once he gets sharper and fitter. They used him quite a lot down the left. They trusted him with the ball already. He still is learning where he's meant to be. You could see that there were a few times that he wasn't available for a pass or wasn't quite in the right position where Son would be. Obviously, Son's a world-class player, but he knows exactly now where in the Postecoglou system he's meant to be at any time. Also, defensively, because of his lack of fitness, he wasn't able to help out Destiny Udogie much. Destiny Udogie had to do a lot of defending. And like I say, he'd been ill in the week, so it wasn't the easiest for him. 79 minutes he lasted, I've just found in my notes, which isn't bad at all. But I think the more he gets used to the Spurs game, which is such swift passing and movement, it is the word relentless. I'm going to keep using it as Postecoglou's buzzword. He's going to get a lot of opportunities in front of goal, and he's going to get a lot of opportunities to set up goals. I thought it was important that he got that assist, just to have something tangible, not to have been Werner's back and he's missing chances. To have come back in his first game in the Premier League, really nice assist. I thought that was really important for him. And like I say, a bit like Bentancur, now he gets this little period of 12 days between games where he can really work on Postecoglou fitness, which is that little bit more required than for many teams. His interview was quite nice after the game. He seems quite a funny character. Got a kind of bit of a dry sense of humour, and He said after the game, this was his club interview, "I'm very happy to make my debut for Spurs. It was a special game, my first game, and also at Old Trafford. I'm looking forward to many, many more games." And about the game, he said, "In our best phases of the match, they scored their goals, but that's football. That's how United are playing, and they have the ground behind them here in Manchester. But still, I think we played a very good game. And in the end, a draw was more than fair, but we could have also won it. The point is good for us. Not every team can come and draw at Old Trafford, but at the end, when you've had chances, trying every minute and having more possession, you're a bit sad that you didn't win this game. I think how we grow as a team, it was only my first game, but I saw a lot of games Spurs have played and how the team develops. And a lot of players are still missing. So there is a lot of quality coming in over the next few weeks. I think we can be very proud and looking forward to what comes after today." And I kind of get the sense with Werner when he talks, he's not talking about, he doesn't speak in a way that suggests he sees himself as a lone player. He speaks in a way that suggests he thinks he's going to succeed and Spurs are going to take that option to buy him, which is great. So that's the way to think. Because he said about fitting into the system. He said, "I enjoyed it a lot. The offensive style, how we play, I think was incredible today. It fits also very good to my style of football as well, to be high, to wait for the ball, to go to attack the deep spaces. And I'm really looking forward to many, many more games." That's twice he said that in the interview, many, many more games. I think he does. He wants to stick around. And it's early days. Obviously, we'll see whether it is a success for him or not. But I do have positive feelings, I think, about the way Werner's going to fit into this team. Postecoglou was asked about him, and he said, "Timo, he's had 2 sessions with us. He hasn't started a game for ages, but I saw today I think he can be really exciting for us once he gets to understand our game and gets up to speed with our training. You could see there were little moments today. He was always a threat, and I think he will enjoy his football here. More importantly today, I had no option to start him. He was a really willing participant in it. He wanted to help. He put his hand up and said, whatever I can do, I'll do, and it's a credit to him." So yeah, 2 points from that. Postecoglou feels that it'll be really exciting for Spurs. Second point, he had no other option but to start him. I can just imagine Brian Hill in the background going, "Senor, senor!" Just like, I exist. I did feel that was a little bit harsh. And he actually came off the bench again. Nice little cameo from Brian Hill. Very tidy with what he did. Used the ball well. But yeah, I did feel a little sorry for him. As soon as he said those words, I was a bit like, Brian exists. And Brian exists.